What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be getting into this wig install over locks. So as you can see, my client has pretty fresh locks. She got her locks done about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months. So I'm just taking her locks and I'm braiding them down in braids, pretty much like you would do normal hair, but because her hair is so soft, it was really easy to just braid down the locks. So we're braiding them down, and I am going in with my oil and just touching her scalp with some oil because you don't want it to be dry underneath that install. Now I'm taking this got to be glue gel in a yellow container, and then I'm going to put it on her edges and blow dry. So we're pretty much just getting ready for the ball cap. With her install, I loved that it went fast. It didn't take a long time to braid the locks down because they were so new. So that was really easy. I pretty much just did it like I was doing a regular install, but instead of braiding hair, I was just braiding the locks. So yeah, taking the got to be glue gel, and we are just drying that with some cool air on her edges. And now I'm going to be taking the skin protectant from Starstruck Hair and going around her hairline with it just to protect her skin from the glue. I like to do this with every client just to make sure that they don't break out, because I have very sensitive skin and I hate when I break out. So I just try to make sure I look out for my clients, because I don't be wanting to be the reason why their skin breaks out. Okay, so I just grabbed my cap and we're just gonna pull that over her head and go ahead and start working on the bald cap method. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the holes in her ears. And when I've been cutting my holes lately, I've been trying to do small holes behind the ear and then just kind of pulling it over the ear to make sure it's tight. The next thing I'm going to do is take my bold hold and I'm going to outline around her hairline, and you want to make sure to do it in front of her hairline. So as close as you can get it to the hairline, but definitely in front of the hairline so you won't be getting that glue all on her hair. So I just do that, and then I'll wait until it dries clear, and then we can move on to cutting the cap off. Alright, y'all, one more thing I wanted to say. So before you put the glue on the cap, you definitely need to make sure that their skin is clean. So even when I did the skin protect, you also want to go in with some alcohol, either 70 proof or 90 proof alcohol, to clean the skin, because it's no point of doing all of this if the cap is just going to come up. So you just definitely want to make sure their skin is clean before putting any glue on the cap, because this is going to be basically the first thing that needs to be glued down and stay glued down so it can create the illusion of the hairline. So as you can see, y'all, the glue has dried clear. So we're going back on top of it with a foundation that is her shade. I'm doing the Ruby Kisses in shade 15, and I'm putting it all over the cap, and you just want to blend as much as you can. And you also want to go as far back on the cap as the lace is. So she's doing a 13x4, so I always just try to take the makeup as far as I can back, just to make sure that the makeup can show through the wig if it's needed to. Now I'm going in and I am sewing the wig cap down. This is optional. I always want to ask your clients if you want it sewn down all the way in the back, or if they want to just sewn down in the front, because you can just sew the half part up, like the half of the cap up, and it can't just be a half. But she said she wanted to sew it down, so we are going ahead and sewing it down for my clients. And that's why you need to oil your client's scalp, y'all, because if they have this protective style in all the time this wig in, their scalp needs to be oiled. So y'all definitely need to make sure y'all oil these people's scalp before you put these wigs on, honey. So yeah, now we got it sewn. Moving ahead and tie the knot, and I'm just clipping it off. And the next thing we are going to do is just make sure that the glue is dried on the cap, and then once that's dry and once we check it, then we are going to go ahead and cut the excess cap from around the lace, or from around excess cap from around the head, y'all. I always get that messed up. But yeah, so just go ahead and cut the excess cap, and you're just gonna do that around the back, front, everywhere. Anywhere that you see the cap hanging off, you just want to snip, snip, snip. And I'm just gonna talk about this really fast while we have the bleach up on the screen. The bleach I used was the Redken. I'm gonna put the name in there, but it's a Redken powder, y'all. Ever since I started going to school, I've noticed a difference in hair bleach, and this one has a bonder inside of the bleach, so basically it just adds protein and strength to the hair while it's also stripping the hair. But I really like this for lifting the knots. So I'm going in again with some alcohol and just cleaning up any makeup from away from the skin, as well as any oil that might be on her face. And I'm doing that before I put the glue down, because again, I just want to stress to y'all, if you don't have clean skin, their installs are not going to last. They might last a day, maybe two, but if their skin is not clean, then the glue is not going to adhere to their skin, and then it's gonna lift up, so you're gonna be doing everything for no reason. So pretty much just make sure that you're cleaning your client's skin, because you don't want their wigs to slip off their head. You want it to last. So I'm taking this bowl hole and just making sure that I put it a little bit on the edge of the cap, but pretty much on her skin. So yeah, you want to get it on the edge of the cap, but then also on her skin, because that's where the wig is going to be laying. And you want to make sure everything is tacked down. Now once I got the first layer on, I let it dry clear, and then I move on to the next layer of glue. So yeah, make sure that you are letting each layer of the glue dry clear. Not like semi-white, but y'all make sure you dry it. You let it dry until it's completely clear, and then you go on top of it with another layer. All right, now we got those three. I did do 3 to 4 layers on her, and I do that for all clients. Only thing I did, because it's gonna jump to the next clip, was make sure it was clear, and then I put the wig on, like I slid it on. So this is her after I slid the wig on. I thought I was recording, y'all, sorry. But I slid the wig on, and I did do this install a little bit different. So it went by really, really fast. Normally when I do my installs, it take about 3.5 hours, and that's just me being real. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, real deal. Take about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But this time the install only took about, I want to say like almost 3 hours. So it took about 30 minutes off the install just for me doing this process. But I did go ahead and just put the wig on, blow dry. After I blow dried the glue in, I just went ahead and cut the lace off. So instead of me sitting her under the dryer for like a good 10 to 15 with the lace still on, instead I just went ahead and cut it, and then I put her under the dryer after I made sure everything was pretty tacked down. So normally I would do this after they got from the dryer, but yeah, I just let her sit there for a second, put 3 layers of glue, and I just take some clips and pull the lace back to make sure it's out of the glue. And then I put 3 layers of the glue that I'm using, and again, that's bowl hold active. Let me emphasis on the active, y'all. Bowl hold active. So yeah, go ahead and just pinning back any lace that might be lifted or that we missed the first time from just the initial putting the glue on there, and then I just go back and get it, y'all. All right, so as you can see, it's drying clear. This is like my 3rd layer of glue right here. So we're just making sure that's on there, it dries clear, and then I'm going to be cutting the excess lace off the wig in the front, and then just pushing the lace into the glue that we just added. Now after this, I'm going to sit her under the dryer, and we're going to melt.
Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag, hold 5, 6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so he call his pussy tigger. Fucking on a scamming ass, rich ass nigga. Same group of bitches, ain't no ass to the picture. Drop a couple racks, watch his ass get bigger. Tricking on licking, I'm looking at your nigga. If it's money right, he can eat it like a sticker. I ain't got
And that was me just checking to make sure the lace didn't pull back. But before I glue down this side, I am just going in and cutting her ear a little space for it to pop out at. So cutting the tabs off, some ear tabs. And I just get my clients to hold the ears just to make sure that you don't cut them. But you're just going around her ear, cutting off the excess wig so that her ear can pop out. And then make sure it's comfortable. I always like to check and say, hey guys, like, is this comfortable? Is it not comfortable? Is it a little too tight? So they could tell me. And then that's how you know. But always ask your client so they can make sure that they're comfortable in the chair. Yeah, but after I did cut her tab off, I went ahead and I did the same thing that I did for the front of the wig. So again, we're just going to be pulling that lace back and then making sure that none of the lace is lifted and then gluing that down.
Woke up with my girl last night, so I went to the club. Put on a fresh white suit and a mini coupe sitting on love. I'm really looking for somebody to talk to and show me some love. If you know what I mean. Everybody jocking me as soon as I stepped in the spot. 200 bitches in the building, ain't none of them hot. Except for this pretty young thing that was working all the way at the top. Tell me what is your name? Oh, she made us drinks, the drink. We drunk and drunk and then I think she thinks I'm cool. She gave me a wink, I wink back. And man, I think that we hit it on something proper like the bartender. Ooh, if you're looking for me, the
This way, you just kind of put them under the dryer 1 or 2 times instead of doing it like 3 to 4. My client still has the wig on, and this is about a week or 2 later. So it shows that it still did last. And sitting under the dryer doesn't just ensure that your wig's gonna last. It's definitely the technique that you do. But yeah, just making sure that everything is laid down. And again, she has not been under the dryer 1 time yet, y'all. So she's not been under the dryer and it's still already melted. Like, the next clip y'all gonna see, y'all, I just want y'all to see, like she has not been under the dryer 1 time, y'all. Not once. And it's already melting. So yeah, this process is going pretty good, and I think I'm definitely going to use this again. But you want to go ahead and get the foundation that is the same shade as your client, and we are just going to blend it out because we still see that line of demarcation. So I'm going in with the makeup and just hitting her on her lace and any spots that I feel like could use a little bit more makeup. I'm going to press her, and then I'm going to sit her in the dryer finally. But yeah, y'all, I really like this process. And yes, I did pluck her wig off camera. I'm going to do a plucking tutorial, but I just had to sit down and set up the camera downward so that you guys can see every detail. So yeah, this isn't before the dryer. And do you see? And it's sticking down. Like, so yeah, I'm just making sure to just go in any tiny spots that might be lifting. So when you're doing your lace, I like to just pull on the lace just to see if it lifts. And this is better than, you not checking the lace, because at the end of the day, the front part of the lace is going to be the first thing that lifts on your client. So I try to make sure that, the front part is just as secure as the back. Like, when we first put the glue on, most times the glue is going to be in the middle of the wig. So when you go back down and you put the lace, melt the lace back into the glue, and you have those pieces that that stylist might just tag down. No, you have to make sure it gets 3 layers, just like the rest of your wig. That's how your wig is going to last and stay long, or stay on your client's head long. So just make sure that you're making sure that the front part of their lace is tacked down just as much as the back. So I'm going in with my Fantasia Mega Hold, and then also my favorite heat protectant from Fantasia, and it also comes with a shine, so I love that. And I'm just spraying that on her hair, and then I'm gonna hot comb her hair.
Hey. Jury in the safe on arrival. Pistol on J for survival. A lot of people gunning for the title. A lot of people trying to take us viral. I'm just trying to have a nice night though. Waiter brought a check for the meal. She said, babe, I think there was a typo. Nah, girl, I got it. That's light though. I can show you bigger things than that. It's gonna be a minute till I'm back. Let me get your images that last. Amex had a limit in the past. I had plenty women in the past. I done plenty sitting in the past. You don't need to know, but you can ask. Sticking on your backstage pass, all access, cause you bad. You could go wherever with that ass. Show to the shout, to the truck to the club for the party. You go in first with your girls, cause I don't know who's out there watching. But I do know one thing though, women they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Sunday, yo. Baby, I'll love you one day, maybe we'll someday grow. Till then I sit my drunk ass on that runway, on this one way.
All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and take an elastic band and put it over the hairline, and then I'm just pinning her hair back. But yeah, you just want to lay the elastic band so that the hairline is in the middle of the band, because you want it to be melted down and you want it to be pushed down like from all angles. So yeah, just tying that. I'm sitting her in the dryer for about 15 to 20 minutes. And this is her hair when she came up from the dryer, y'all. So as you can see, it's serving scalpiana. Like, this hair came from my scalp. Like, I'm hot combing this girl real hair right now. So yeah, like, I definitely love this method. If I didn't say that already, I'm gonna say it again. I definitely love this method. For the 20th time today, I'm gonna say it. But anyways, yeah, I'm just hot combing and doing a mold because I know when I do her hair, I want her hair to fall in that direction. So I like to hot comb beforehand, and just mold the hair before we even get into the styling element. Alright, so now I'm just pulling out her baby hairs, and we're going to be doing minimal or not too much, so nothing dramatic. So you just want to get a thin layer of baby hairs and then just start pulling it from around her hairline. Alright, now that I got the baby hairs pulled out, I'm just taking my Garnier Fructis 24-hour holding spray, and then I'm just going to be taking my hot comb and pressing that hair out. I love a good old-fashioned press. I feel like these hot combs do way better than electrical. There's only one electrical that I really feel like does the job, and that's the Kendra's Boutique hot comb. It's the only one that I've seen that works pretty much just like a stove, but I haven't bought that one yet. I just seen it inside the shop from other stylists, but I am gonna plan to get myself one, maybe, or I might just use this. But anyways, you're just gonna pull out the baby hairs, and before I pull out this side, I noticed that there were still like little pieces of lace that might need to be cut, and then there was also a couple strands of hair that got glued to her face. So what you see me doing here is just cutting that excess lace, and then I'm taking my tweezers and I'm pulling any hair that I see that might be like stuck to her face, and I'm just taking it and pulling it back, not necessarily plucking it, but just lifting it up, you know.
last night, so I went to the club. Put on a fresh white suit and a mini coupe sitting on love. I'm really looking for somebody to talk to and show me some love. If you know what I mean. Everybody jocking me as soon as I step in the spot. 200 bitches in the building, ain't none of them hot. Except for this pretty young thing that was working all the way at the top. Tell me what is your name? Oh, she made us drinks, the drink. We drunk and drunk and then I think she thinks I'm cool. She gave me a wink, I wink back. And man, I think that we hit it off something proper like the bartender. Ooh, if you're looking for me, like the bartender. Okay, like the bartender. Yeah, if you're looking for me, like the bartender. Okay, got a brand new girl.
All right, now that I got her baby hairs pulled out, I am going to put the band on her and then start curling her. So I did go ahead and do 6 pin curls in the front, and I like to do the pin curls in the front first, just so they can have time to cool and have time to set while I am doing the back of her hair. And again, this is just so it'll frame her face. So yeah, I did do a time lapse so that you guys can see the curling process. So let's get into it. And y'all, I'm such a fan of pin curls, so what I'm doing right now is just doing some loose pin curls because I want the hair to drop. But I'm just curling and pin curling the hair because, again, I want these curls to hold. And if there's one thing I've learned from hair school is that curls last longer when they cool down and when you pin curl them. So yeah, I'm just pin curling, and then after that, I'm going to go ahead and start taking them out and just brush her hair, do some back combing. Alright, y'all, this is her wig after she had been sitting with the band on while I was curling her. Now I'm taking my Murray's, good old-fashioned Murray's, and I'm going to put that on her hairline. And then we are going to hot comb that back. So I love to put Murray's because it's just like a wax stick, but instead of a wax stick, you can brush a wax stick in too, but I don't know, y'all. I just like Murray's, so I'm using Murray's. It's the same thing, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and hot comb that in. Alright, so now I'm just about to cut the baby hairs. When I cut the baby hairs, I try not to go too short, but I just do like a medium length around their eyebrows. And we are just going to cut them, and I'm going to be using mousse first to mold her baby hairs, and then I'm going to spray a little bit of Got2b glue on them and then hit it with Got2b glue gel. I know it sounds like a lot, but that's just a method to my baby hairs. So as you can see, we're just using some mousse, and the mousse I'm using today is the Edge Booster. I really like that mousse, and it smells amazing. So y'all get y'all some Edge Booster. So yeah, and I feel like it has like a tacky feel to it. So when you put the mousse on the hair, I feel like not only does it just lay it down, but it kind of like sticks it down. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you've used it before. I promise I'm not crazy. So yeah, just do that. And then now I did spray it a little with the Got2b glue spray, and then I'm just going on top of it with the Got2b glue gel and then just molding it down.
Hey, jury in the safe on arrival, pistol on J for survival. A lot of people gunning for the title, a lot of people trying to take us viral. I'm just trying to have a nice night though. Waiter brought a check for the meal. She said, babe, I think that was a typo. Nah, girl, I got it, that's light though. I can show you bigger things than that. It's gonna be a minute till I'm back. Let me get your images that last. MX had a limit.
I'm just taking my pencil curler. We're going to be curling her baby hair down and then doing the same thing. So we're going to be doing some mousse, then a little bit of spritz, and then a little bit of the gel. So that is what I'm doing right now. And no, I did not burn my client. I know she was making a face, but she just was talking about how sometimes she be scared about the hot comb, and it's her worst part of getting the service. So I just try not to burn my clients because I don't be wanting to send them home with a new phobia, a hot comb phobia. So make sure that you are being careful with that hot comb. If you do use a hot comb that is on a stove, because those stoves get extremely hot, y'all. But anyways, just working with this baby hair, and I did do like a little tiny baby hair that was like curved up. This is my first time doing one of those. Actually, I lie, y'all. It was not my first time doing one of those, but I haven't done it a lot, so I just like to. I'm starting to become more creative with the baby hairs, and I love that for myself. But so we did do like 3, and I did do like a mini little swirl baby hair, and I really love that. It was so pretty.
Drop a band on some cute shoes. You want me be the man you can vent to. You let me beat it up, you let me practice. Now I'm finna lay you on the mattress. Bitch sit on my face, I attack that. Choose up, Lil John, I'm finna pack him. When it comes to my bitch, I'm straight active. Dirt ball in the coupe, smoking cat piss. Love bitch, shut the fuck up. Tell your best friend, shut the fuck up. Ayy, love bitch, shut the fuck up. Tell your best friend, ayy, shut the fuck up. Ayy. Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag, hold 5, 6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so he call his pussy tigger. Fucking on a scamming ass, rich ass nigga. Same group of bitches, ain't no ass to the picture. Drop a couple rights, watch his ass get bigger. Tricking on licking, I'm looking at your nigga. If it's money right, he can eat it like a sticker. I ain't got time for you fake ass hoes. Talking all loud in them fake ass clothes. Fake ass shoes, match that fake ass coat. I'm the realest bitch ever see snake ass hoes. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up. It's your Miami and I can't with my stack up. Tired ass hoes in my page tryna track us. Brand new chain, city girls going platinum. I keep a baby rock, I ain't fighting with no random period. You bitches weak, is you serious? I let him taste the pussy, now he acting all delirious. Did a dash in the road, but like his face the furious. You see my number in his phone, now you acting curious. He gon' buy me Gucci if I ask for it. He a classy nigga rockin' Tom for it. I bet your little sister wanna look like me. I bet your little brother wanna fuck on me. Hood bitch, hood pussy, I ain't average. He can't come around without that cabbage. Pop a pussy bitch quick like a bubble gum. I ain't never worry, I just do it for fun. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up. Broke up with my girl last night, so I went to the club. Put on a fresh white suit and a mini coupe sitting on nuts. I'm just looking for somebody to talk to and show me some love. If you know what I mean.
And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I love the baby hair for this install. Like, it's not too much, but then it's also not like nothing either. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that for the other side, and then we will be done, y'all. So yeah, I'm just styling her hair now. So I did go ahead and just start hot combing the front part of her hair, and then sprayed a little bit of sheen, and then just back combed, and now we are here, and everything looks so beautiful, y'all. I love the fact that this install took less time and is so freaking beautiful, and it's still super secure. So yeah, I love that. So yeah, this is the finished install, y'all. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to put any questions y'all have for any installs in the comments below. I will get back to y'all. I will answer all my comments. And y'all, thank you for watching this video. I know it was kind of long, but I appreciate it so much. And I will see y'all next time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love y'all. Is it too soon to say I love y'all? Anyways, I love y'all. Anyways, I will talk to y'all later and see y'all later. So bye, y'all. Drunk and young, and now I know she thinks I'm cool.